Hello, welcome to a bonus episode of Hockey Inside Out. Why do you think Mike Matheson gets so much hate on social media from fans? Andrew, what do you think it is?
I think it's as simple as he's playing a spot above where he should be in an ideal situation. He's playing a lot of minutes. He plays a very visible hockey style. He's very aggressive. And I think he has a directive from the coaching staff as well to be free, do what you want to do, Mike. And sometimes what he wants to do isn't the best thing to do. It's not the safest thing to do. And I think when you're the number one defenseman on a team and you're making choices that are questionable, people get on you. Defensemen, especially offensive defensemen, I think the group that's the least appreciated because you have the puck a lot. You're in charge of a lot of parts of the strategy of the game. And because you're trying to push the play, you're more prone to making very visible mistakes than most other positions. And because you're a defenseman, you're usually one of the last people back. So when you make a mistake, it's more costly. But I really like Mike Matheson. I think that he's a great number 3 or number 4 defenseman on a contending team. But as a number 1 defenseman, he's a bit overmatched a lot of the time. And because of his tendencies to look for offense more than anything else, he gets caught a fair amount. Now, his skating allows him to get back a lot of the time, but not always. And that can create some frustration. And I think there's also a lot of people who want to see Gooley on his left side and taking those number 1 minutes just to see what the Canadians have there. And Matheson, there's a lot of people who see this team, they only want to look at the future, and they see a lot of the veterans as in the way as opposed to helping the young players. So I think there's that also misunderstanding from a lot of fans as well. But no player is at fault for where they are in the lineup, right? Like Josh Anderson isn't going up to the coaching staff and telling them, I'll never play on the 4th line. I'm only going to play here. Like, they get put where they get put. Sometimes it's not the right spot. And I see Mike Matheson trying his butt off every single game, so I can't get mad at him.
Well, I just hope Mike Matheson doesn't have to face a guy like I faced in Washington and bringing a sign in with the plus minus and waving it around and adjusting it at the end of the game to be, so painful to be visible to everybody. But anyways, that being said, there's a guy that, he does care. He wants to do his best. He's put in situations that, they depend on a lot from him. I can only say that there's occasions that I really believe that he has to be a little more selective in his decisions and be a little more committed to, playing a little bit harder on the defensive side to make sure the opposition doesn't have an easy go of it when it comes to defending. But, other than that, he's a guy that it brings a lot. He's, as Andrew said, he's a freestyle defenseman that he likes to go, and he's been given the permission to do it, which is fine. Other than he can be a little more selective on his decisions occasionally, but a true talented guy, and it kind of comes with the territory when you're given a lot of opportunity to show things and doesn't necessarily pan out all the time, but a quality guy and a good guy to have on your blue line if you can just fine tune a couple of the problem areas.
Well, Marty St. Louis has given him free reign, as Andrew mentioned, and part of the reason for that is because they don't have enough forwards who can provide offense. So when you have a defenseman like him who can skate and create some offense, you may as well let him try and do it. And it's sort of high risk, high reward. He was -3 that game in Calgary along with Gooley, which put him at -31, Rick. I'm sure you can relate to that number. And as you mentioned, luckily there's nobody holding up a sign behind the bench showing what his plus minus is. But it's, he's got 25, he's averaging 25 minutes of ice time a game, which is 4th in the NHL. He ranks 11th among defensemen in points. He's an incredible skater. He never gets tired. He's probably the most fit player on the team. And I understand why Marty St. Louis is giving him free reign. And as they get more, hopefully as the rebuild moves forward and they get more forwards who can score and create offense, maybe they tighten the leash on him a little bit and don't give him the freedom to play the way he is now. But with fans on social media, I get a kick out of fans on social media. Like a lot of them, like Juraj Slafkovsky can do no wrong, and Mike Matheson can do no right. There was people saying that Matheson was intentionally not passing to Slafkovsky on the power play and all this stuff. And I know the overtime game they lost to Boston, Matheson took the blame because he took the puck in deep. He saw a one-on-one opportunity against the defenseman at the blue line. He took it. Smart decision. There's 1 against 2 in the corner deep in the end. Then Cole Caulfield sort of makes a mistake, gets caught turning the wrong way, a 2-on-1 the other way, and they score. And everybody on social media is ripping Mike Matheson, it seems. And it's like, you didn't really do anything wrong, but comes with the territory. And the good thing about it, I've spoken to Mike Matheson about this, he doesn't read anything on social media. So he has no idea what the fans are saying about him, and that's probably a good thing playing in this city.
I hope Kate Middleton's doing the same thing when it comes to the social media stuff. Let us know in the comment section below. Do you think Mike Matheson deserves the negative comments on social media? And make sure you check out hockeyinsideout.com to see our full episode.